Good evening, and thank you for coming here. How is everybody today? I hope that you're all a-okay and enjoying life, as you say. Um, I was half expecting a couple of people to be hanging around, as they say, only because I was under the impression that certain others are going to be here, but it doesn't look as though they are. So it's only myself. So that's how it goes. That's how it rolls. Good evening, good citizen media. How are you? Pleased to meet you. And I just popped a link in just in case anybody fancies coming up and saying hello in person. By all means, do so. No strings attached. And on a queue, how are you doing? Uh, Pleased to meet you. And on a queue, just wanted to say that let people know that tomorrow is the end of your professional life, and then welcome to retirement, as they say. Although I understand you're not exactly going to be retiring. However, hope that all goes well. PPR, how are you, my friend? Thank you for dropping by. I was going to talk about, well, this time of year and look at the bright side of life. It's only one day. After that, you can go back to being as nice as you usually are to people. You know, um, hence the reason why you've got the title Ho Ho Ing Ho. The war is over. A little bit of a mix up of a couple of song titles jumbled up. I don't guess which two songs they actually belong to. Put your answers on the postcard, post it to the North Pole, where, of course, it won't be delivered because the post office is on strike. So you might get it sometime, never. So Ho Ho Fucking Ho was actually a song that was put together and sung by Monty Python and their crew. That's how old that is. And Merry Christmas, the war is over is actually one of John Lennon's, the late, great John Lennon, who stood for freedom and was tragically taken before his time, just as it's starting to become known again in the music industry after years of not doing anything. But that's what you get with mad fans. Well, of course, that is if you believe the information which has been given to us by the authorities. There are those who prefer to think otherwise. The conspiracy theorists around John Lennon's tragic demise, that it was a controlled assassination and they just had someone to blame. Vegas paranormal. Hello. It seems as though we're getting quite a few people from the paranormal society coming in. Well, when I say society, YouTube society. It's great to see you. CIA murdered Lennon. Quite possibly. Because he'd been so quiet for years, not saying anything. All of a sudden, he starts getting a following again, starts making a few hits, And regardless of what you say about Yoko or think about Yoko, for John and Yoko to be together for so long, I would say that they'd certainly had something between them. But anyway, there is something I do want to tell you about. I will be posting this later on. But we are going to be running our show on the 25th of December on D Live. We've got an area where we can play the alternative Christmas music and maybe have a chat around various things that you can't normally have a chat about, or be a little bit more open about it anyway. Time has been sort of set on the 25th in the morning. So, what is it? That's 11 o'clock UK time, GMT. So, over in the States, for instance, roughly, well, depending on where you are, you could be 5 hours behind. You know, it's be early morning for you guys. Good evening, PDF. Nice to see you. Thank you for dropping by. Anybody who, just to remind people, we very rarely discuss anything. We leave our crap at the door. We've got people from all walks of life in here. They just come to chill, relax, and just let their hair down. Well, for those of us who have hair anyway. I'm not putting myself in that because I'm starting to go a little bit thin. So, allegedly. So, as I say, you know, if anybody wants to come up and have a chat, I'm more than happy to. The links are pinned at the top. I don't know what's happened to my partners in crime, so to speak, who normally hop around, you know, the stangoos, etc. But they're not here. So it's just me. Don't mention the war. You're referring to Faulty Towers, another great British sitcom. John Cleese, of course, and his magic. But yeah, we're not going to mention the war. Except to say that this time of year is about putting differences aside and you know, being kind to one another. But as that's not going to happen, I'm not going to carry on with that bullshit. People who know me know that I have a warped sense of humour. I think it's quite funny. Very dry, can be very sarcastic. Not everybody gets it. Some people think that I attack them when I'm not actually attacking anybody. It's just wit, and it can be very, very dry. I mean, not a cure myself. We are of the older generation, shall we say. So let's just say that, you know, we get on with each other quite well. Poor PDF, good to be good. Be good, not nice. Okay. I'm always nice, me. To wherever I go, I'm always nice. Well, I try to be anyway. I don't like to get involved in too much politics. I find some people more funny than others, you know, and there's other people who I don't find funny. Come on up, PDF. Come and say hello. I'm sure there's a humorous side to life. Again, I can refer back to Monty Python, always look on the bright side of life. But there again, you see, I just say dillygaff. Because dillygaff, which is do I look like I give a fuck, is not just a word, it's a way of life. And I've managed to get through my years without worrying about other people and what they think. Anyway, don't forget, Monday morning, UK time, 11 o'clock. It's not going to be shown here on YouTube. We're going to go over to D Live. I have a small channel there. I've never used it. I actually forgot all about it, to be honest. So that's where we're going to be going. We're going on there. Okay. All right. Cheers. Thank you, PDF, and welcome.
What's happening?
Absolutely not a lot, mate. How are you?
I just escaped Walmart. I got out of there with my life.
Oh, Walmart.
Little Wally World. There wasn't even nowhere.
Well, right. So, okay, you probably got the same shopping experiences we have over here. The shops are shut for one day. So why the hell do people pile all the stuff in and rush to the supermarkets, etc., just for one day?
Spend all that money. Yeah, I don't understand.
Where's the logic?
I had to buy groceries. I didn't have no choice.
Yeah. You buy. I mean, it's me and my wife, and that's it, so to speak. And yeah, we just buy for what we need. No point in buying a load of crap we don't want. It's just waste money.
I've got a room full of that stuff. People have bought us our whole lives. We're trying to figure out a place to get rid of it. Think of all the stuff you got for Christmas throughout your life. Knickknacks and other dumb little stuff. I still got a lot.
Well, I can't play music on here because copyright infringements, etc. But I can mention things, right?
Yeah.
On Sunday morning, I'm going to be. Well, say Sunday morning. It is Sunday morning to me. I'm going to be playing parodies and twisted Christmas music. And hopefully quite a lot of Kevin Bloody Wilson as well. But it springs to mind a song which is "Didn't I Get This Last Year?" I actually like "You Ain't Getting Shit for Christmas." I think that's a good one as well. But you're not allowed to play things like that on YouTube because of all the snowflakes.
Well, they give you that claim. If it's a claim, it's okay. That just means somebody else is getting the money. If it's copyright claim, that's nothing.
Well, I'm not even monetized.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean. If you don't have to worry about a claim. If it says copyright claim.
Yeah, I don't worry about it. It's just I've had this.
Well, I've had 50 copyright claims.
People who got a little bit upset because I borrowed their logo. Changed it a little bit, but they still put this claim in. Now, as well as I do, a lot of these people, they do that so they get your personal details because you think that you're going to retaliate. It's like, I saw it and I just thought, oh, well, fair enough.
I might have been known allegedly, possibly to retaliate if they piss me off. But other than that, I'm pretty nice.
Yeah, we see that's it. You see, PDF. I can have a chat to you, and I can have a chat to people who don't particularly like you, and I'm stuck in the middle. You with me? And people think I'm taking sides. I don't take sides. I find it funny. You have a sense of humor. I know where that sense of humor is. Other people got senses of humor.
I kind of go
personal.
Hey, I kind of feed off of what they do, and they're too stupid to realize it. So they keep giving me more food to feed off of, and it makes me grow.
Yeah, but I'm not. I say I'm neutral. We leave shit at the door, so to speak.
Yeah, well, you go down the road you want to go down. You're neutral, but if there's a direction you want to go, you go in it. You don't let nobody tell you which way to go.
Exactly.
You know what I mean?
Never have done, never will do. And we have a policy here that anybody can come in and say hello. It's like a neutral ground, and that's it. End of story.
I've been watching these. I got this archive page, right? It has every single video ever known to man is archived here, right? So I've been watching these cop car videos where the cops crash people. You ever seen that shit where they be chasing the guy down and then they just smash?
Oh, yes.
It's insane, dude. I'd like to try it. I wish I could chase somebody down. I catch them. Don't worry. Just give me that on the cop cars with the airbag and that steel fucking bars where I can do a crash that dirty shit. That looked like fun to me.
I'd rather chase the coppers and do it to them, to be honest.
Well, I chase anybody. I would do shit. Give me a car, tell me I'm allowed to crash this motherfucker, get them out the way. It's on, buddy. I'm ready to go. I'd rather have a truck with a ram tough bumper on the front, but I'll take one of them cop cars if that's what they give me to crash into somebody with. You know what I mean?
Yeah, sounds
point them out. That should look like fun.
I'd probably, if I went over to the States, I'd probably be doing that anyway because I'd be driving on the wrong side of the road.
Oh yeah,
but so for me it'd be the right side.
Well, the one I was just watching, that the guy was going down the wrong side of the highway at warp speed. So this other state cop, he gets out down the road a ways and starts coming back towards the guy, and he's going in the right direction. The cop is. So when this dude's coming straight towards him, he tries to, the cop's like playing chicken with him. Well, he tries to turn to go out of the way around the cop. The cop's like, hell no. He turns straight into him head on, buddy. I mean, like, wham, it's a hard hit, buddy. You're watching the video, when they hit like that, it makes you jump in your seat. You're like, God damn, what a ride.
Why would somebody do that anyway? But mind you, I've seen things like that, people going on the wrong side. It's usually somebody who's, I'm not being ageist here, but
yeah, this
over
car
70.
Was full of drugs. They was a bunch of junkies and shit.
Yeah.
So
over 70, they just take the wrong turn and they shouldn't be on the road. They're dangerous. Yeah. Evening, bad boy. Thanks for coming in, dropping in. Yeah, all right, I'll accept a happy Christmas. I don't do Christmas. Most people call me Jacob at this time of year because on Boxing Day, I always go to all of my warehouses and I look at the empty shelves and I go, made some money this year. I'm only joking. People called me Scrooge and said, thanks for insulting me, because he was a nice guy. He lost his chains. I've still got mine.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I think you get me, PDF. I've got a...
Hey, we're probably because we both old. I ain't going to say how old you are, but I know I am.
Well, I wouldn't say I'm old. I'm ancient.
Damn. That's worse than what I was thinking, right? I know I'm old. I don't know about ancient.
I make the dinosaurs look young.
Hey, if you can't laugh at yourself and everybody else, what's the use? You might as well throw it in the towel,
Oh, everyone takes the piss out of me, or they try to, and that's fine. No issues whatsoever. I don't take anything personal. I can't. Because if I did, I wouldn't go anywhere. Blackwatch, back again for more.
If we took it personal, we got to like something. Or the electric chair, one or the other. So I know.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'm going to get a load of grief because to let you up. But you know what? It's my show.
Yeah.
Hey, Baseman. And a happy humbug day to you as well, mate.
As I say, all year long, if I want something, I go to the store and buy it. If I need something, if she wants something, she goes and buys it. Why would we wait till the one day of the year to go buy a bunch of stuff we really don't need, want, or have to have? I'm at the age, I can't eat it or use it every day. I really don't need it. I got tools, so it's really nothing I need, actually. If I look around, what do I need right now? A big fat joint, and I might take care of that here in a minute. You never know. But that's not something I really need. Food and a joint. Other than that, what the hell else is there to live for? Nothing that we can talk about on air. That is.
Well, not with the...
well, no, because she'll smack me upside the head. She's sitting right beside me, dude. I'm trying to live here, you know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay, fair enough.
The only thing I live for is my woman. My wife. That's the only thing I live for. See, I'm getting out of this now.
You want to be careful, you might get a slap around the head.
Yeah, yeah.
You
Because
say too much.
she knows where I sleep and when. Got to
You
be safe.
sleep?
Sometimes I with one eye open. I never know. She might remember something I did years ago. It might come back to her. Man, motherfucker. I remember you said.
Well, let's put it this way: there's nothing worse than your other half saying something, coming over the airways, and saying something that you weren't expecting them to say, and you go, "Shit."
That's why
Thanks,
she
you just
kept me
dropped your
around.
rights in it.
Hey, that's why she's kept me around for over 40 years, so she can get back at me at will.
Well, my other half, when I first met her, I was actually married at the time, going through a bad patch and all the rest of the crap that goes with it. And I just looked at her and I went, if I ever get out of this relationship, I'm going to marry you. And I did. End of. It was decreed. That's all I say to her. Katie Northern Sounds at Northern Sounds. I'll get it right in a minute. Hello, you're new. Thanks for dropping in.
And it's going to be 20 degrees tonight with a wind chill in the teens here in North Florida. Oh, tonight? When is it? Tonight? Tomorrow. Man, we're freezing over here in Florida, man. We ain't supposed to get this cold.
America loves to shop at Walmart. Well, I thought it was 7-Eleven, but maybe it's Walmart. I don't know that many American brands, but I do know Walmart because they bought out Asda. And they had old Asda over here, was the equivalent of Walmart, and they made it so as well. And then eventually it got bought out, and it's now back in the hands of a couple of British people, allegedly. I've got to be careful what I say because I'm not 100% certain on.
Yeah, we always got to throw that. We always throw allegedly, possibly, maybe.
Yeah. I also say the impossible is something which I can do, but miracles take a little longer. Katie, how is it my fault that you double booked? Never mind.
I used to always tell them, they'd say it's impossible. I said the impossible just takes a little longer and costs a lot more. That's all the impossible is.
Yeah, well, miracles are something which I think happen in people's own imagination.
True. Yeah.
It's Tony and Kate Grim name change. Fiasco can't fix it for a fortnight. Oh, right, okay. That makes sense. I know you are now. So you're impersonating Katie then, are you, Tony? Okay, fair enough. Katie is with me now. Okay. Do you know what? I don't know whether it's just me or I'm just this radio show stroke open forum that we do attracts all sorts of people, and when people start changing the names, it's like, who? I know there's a lot of people do it, and I know there's a lot of people who set up false names, etc. What do they call them?
I only got about
sock accounts. That's it.
Oh yeah. Well, I got about 3 regular accounts, and I got 250 YouTube accounts.
Is that why you spy on people? Allegedly.
Possibly.
Oh, Jesus. It's one of them, is it? Okay.
Yeah, one of them guys. I've been out here for 10 years. I had to grow,
Well, I'm new to all this compared to some people. Some people have been doing this for donkey's years. Um, I didn't find YouTube for a long time, and when I did, I sort of got hooked. And the wife doesn't, she says, you doing a live tonight? Yeah. Oh, right, okay. I mean, she's not happy about me doing a show on Sunday morning, but you know what? That's the way it goes. There's going to be some people who want a smile on their face, who are feeling low, or they're on their own or something like that. It's just my little way of saying you're not on your own. Go along and have a giggle, basically. Have a laugh.
We'll end the stream, right? Because everybody be tired of it, been on forever. So we'll end the stream. And I think we have just as much fun in the back channel. Like the other day, boy come in 6 hours later, he pops in the basement. He's like, it's been 6 hours since you ended your stream. You guys are still sitting here talking? I'm like, well, where do we got to go? We're all sitting
yeah.
I mean, we had just as much fun in the back panel. It's like a 6-way call, People pop in and leave all night long. I always put the StreamYard link at the end, where somebody wants to pop in the back panel and talk. We had a lot of fun.
At least if you do that, you control one narrative. You don't get porn bombed.
Exactly. If we do, well, then it really don't happen much. We'll record it, make a video, and monetize it, and get paid for it.
You can and have a bit of a giggle.
Yeah. They monetized the video of the one boy doing that to me. So the other day I tried to change the title, and the title actually said that we were sexually assaulted by this guy, porn bombed. And YouTube will not let me change the title, and it is monetized. It's got commercials, so if they want to do that. Keep porn bombing my basement. I'll make another video that monetize it and get paid. Crazy, ain't it?
One of the things I'm looking at doing is getting together a different type of platform where it won't matter if somebody porn bombs you. It won't matter if somebody...
Well, it might not matter to you, but some of my friends it matters to, and I hurt their feelings when they do. It's just, some people... I don't know. I know a lot of different types of people. I know people that come in there from all aspects and all walks of life. And just because, well, for one, it's against the rules and the law, but for two, it offends people. And I always feel bad about the people that get offended over it. Because the other day, someone left the room because they just couldn't take it, the conversation. And I thought, yeah, it did get a little bit out of hand. I wish it wouldn't have. But, one of my friends said, I just can't take it right now. I'll see y'all later. I got to go. And they left. And I thought, if we wouldn't have went quite so far, they wouldn't have got upset and left. And I know that person sits by themselves at home. And I mean, they went somewhere else and hung out. But still, it's just that type of thing offends someone. If you go in a room and there's a box and you check it and says this is going to be happening in this room, and you check it and accept to go in there, then you can't get upset about what you're seeing.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? But that's not the way it is out here. The people that come in here, a lot of people aren't wanting to see that. So that's...
I mean... I personally am against porn bombing, but I've got my own reasons for it. I've seen some really not great channels in the past be taken away because of other people for no reason. And I've seen what's happened with YouTube invoking terms of service on videos or lives that have gone, and they've not take them down because of that when they were live. It's afterwards, and they put it in private. Now, I can't get my head around that, because if it's not out there, what the hell's it going to do with terms of service? Because no one can see it. It's not as if it's unlisted and you can, you pass out access to it.
Yeah.
If it's private, it's private.
Yeah.
So do I trust YouTube? No. Do I think that they're still number one? Yes. Always.
I got everybody now. Hey, I've signed up with everybody now. Old Max, the data miner, he got me hooked up, dude. When I click something on YouTube, it goes everywhere. I go to Twitter, I go to Instagram, Rumble, BitChute, Facebook. There's several more. It's spider webs out everywhere now. It's like as soon as I put something on YouTube, it goes to library. I mean, it's everywhere. It's like, wham, I put a video out now. It just goes all over the damn internet. This shit's crazy. I actually started making a few pennies this month. Nice. I like this. I can make this work out real well.
Well, the thing is, though, I mean, I don't have no problems with anybody getting paid by YouTube and get monetization, right?
Yep.
You want to do that, you do that. Okay.
Yeah,
I don't. I want a place to relax, certainly on a Friday night.
You got Rumble? You got Rumble yet? I think Rumble.
I've got Rumble, I've got Odyssey, I've got
I don't know one of these programs I got, but Max got me hooked up with all of them, but I don't know nothing about any of them. I really don't.
Yeah, I'm not. I mean, I've not used the other ones for a long time. Not putting anything up, but yeah,
I know all the catchers
now on here.
Hey, you know all the catchers? They're all going to Rumble because YouTube pretty much kicked all the catchers. You know, the catchers like catching them guys on the web pages. They took mostly all their pages off the tube.
Yeah, but now they've altered the one of the rules, and if they don't like something that you put up on another service, social media service, they will hit you as well.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, I've done it so many times, dude. You know how many channels I've lost out here? You can't.
Yeah, I mean, how the hell do you make money out of it if you keep getting knocked down? That's it. That's what
I try to keep this channel safe. I try to protect this channel. That's why I have so many other channels. I have other channels for that.
Yeah, I mean, all right. Now I'll be honest, PDF. I've taken the Mickey out of you in the same way as you've probably taken the Mickey out of me, right? But it's nothing personal, you know.
Not when it's just against you and me. You know, if we start bringing each other's lives into it, then it's different.
Exactly, and that's where my problem is with YouTube and the trolls of one description or another. Don't, you know, it is. I'm never going to meet people. This is a virtual world. It's not the real world. It's not like I can touch you, you know?
Yeah, we never get to meet unless we get to come out here and find some kind of camaraderie. So, I mean, we can argue, fight, and cuss, and raise hell, and then I'll be like, dude, I'll see you tomorrow. You'd be like, all right, dude, farmer, I'll take care. And we'd be cussed each other all night, but we didn't get personal. We don't go to the extreme to the point where I'm going to call somebody and have them come knock on your door. It's not going to get that far between you and me. You know what I mean? And that's the part I respect out of a lot of people. It's the ones that go too far. Fight rooms are fun. We go in there and argue, cuss, and back in the day, that me and the trolls, man, we used to argue. There'd be 9 of them on a panel. They'd all be cussing me, and I'd be battling back with them, trying to hold my own. You know what I mean? And at the end of the night, it was fun because the next day, I'd show back up. They'd bring me back in the panel, start cussing each other again. We like that shit. That's fun. It's called a fight room. But nobody's getting to the point where we're going to try to hire somebody to come knock on your door. We wouldn't allow ourselves to push it that far. And we can. Exactly. We all can. We know.
Yeah. But, I mean, it's taken me a while to get my head around a few things which happens over in the States because I don't live there.
Yeah.
Okay. One of the things that I love is the fact you've got the Constitution, you've got freedom of speech. We don't have that. You know, we can't say what we want to say because we'll get arrested for saying it. I've seen so many videos where you can swear at the police over there. You can't hear. You know, they tend to sit around and say, "Oh, someone could have heard you. Therefore, we're going to arrest you for a public order offence."
Yeah.
I mean,
does that demand respect? Do people have to be more respectful to each other that way? It could be good if you looked at it in a certain way, and it could be bad. It just takes your freedoms away. But if you looked at it in the middle, doesn't that kind of force people to be respectful? When look in America, people aren't respectful to each other here. People would rather cuss each other out than look at each other. So isn't that kind of like a way to force people to look? Watch your mouth, man. You don't have to. You know what I mean? Just because you can, should you, we say a lot, right? But doesn't that force people to be a little bit more respectful? And don't you think that's going to come to America soon by the way people are acting in this country? They're gonna change the laws. They're not gonna have the general public being disrespected by a few idiots with cameras, basically. You see what I mean? We're gonna lose this right. It's coming.
Well, I've got no issue with holding anyone to be accountable, but I think it should be done in a respectful way. There's a difference.
Until what point? At what point are you allowed to cuss someone? If someone does something to you and really disrespects you, and you're not allowed to cuss them back, you kind of got to stand there and bite your lip. Is that what is expected? Because the other person
No,
cussing would be breaking the law, and you would, if you joined in, that would be, mutual combat, so to speak.
I just think you should treat people the way people treat yourself. You know, if someone comes at you and they're disrespectful to you, then that's fine. That they've opened the door. But until that point, you should always be respectful. That's my opinion.
I
Yeah.
try to be, man. I live life with respectful. I mean,
Yeah.
I'm a businessman, dude. If I run around acting like a fool, I ain't got no business.
Well,
You know
that's it. Hi there, local. Thanks for dropping in, mate. Always a pleasure. I've got a new panel, so to say, a new guest. Invited him in, PDF. Poor dirt farmer. I don't know where that came from, but he's not too bad, I suppose, at the end of the day, you know. Let's just say that in here we leave the crap at the door. You know, we are all from different backgrounds. And
I'm an air conditioning guy. I fix air conditioners. I fix AC and heating units. I'm an AC guy. That's what I do.
Usual suspect. Thanks for dropping in. You know, you're always welcome. You know, great choice of guest. Well, I invited people up. I always invite people up. You know that. I don't get involved in petty arguments. Not on here. I'll leave that for another day.
What are you gonna win? It's like they always say they won something. I was like, well, what did you win? Because I didn't know there was a prize.
Well, you got two sides. They always do. You know.
I think I win when they disappear. I think that's a surefire thing that I won. What do you think? Someone else is gone, and they said they were going to take you out, and then they're gone. Who's the winner now? I think I won. Twice.
I don't see. I honestly don't see it as a game. I'm going to be honest, PDF.
Well, you know, some people play online games, right? You know, you're sitting there you're playing the game. You got your little joystick, and you're battling the computer or another person online live. YouTube to me is the same as that. It's a game. It's a battle. It's a battle of wits. It's a battle of keeping the channel up. It's a battle of everything about it. It's a battle. It's a game. But it gets real fast.
Well,
that's what they don't.
Yeah, that's the problem. That is the problem.
Uh-huh.
We've got a few. Over here we've got characters. Yeah. And I should see people as characters at the end of the day. And this particular character, it's caused a lot of controversy in the last couple of years or so because of their outright support for the bull crap that's been coming out over we're not even allowed to say it now, but over that C word, you know what I mean?
Right.
And that got a bit personal, etc. And one day I just asked a simple question: is my wit lower than yours? And eventually I got a yes as an answer, right? So I said, so by definition, then I'm more intelligent than you. Because sarcasm is the lowest form of wit, but the highest form of intelligence.
Yeah, I've heard that before.
He disappeared. He's not spoken to me since.
Well, see, I don't make a living off of YouTube, but I make pretty good off of it. My main money comes from doing air conditioning work. I'm AC. I'm a duct worker. I do air conditioning repair, sales, service, and installation. And I'd rather sell you a brand new unit, but I'll fix your old junk if you want me to. I make more money if I sell a brand new unit. I make a lot more money. So of course I'm going to want to sell a new unit, but I'm not going to try to scam somebody to get them into, I'm gonna
Well,
do
it's
I've
like
never
people
been a
turn around
scatter.
and say a boiler, if it's over 10 years old, it needs to be replaced. There's a lot of people over here who or companies
What about the
that
old people that
want
can't
people to
afford it?
push that.
What
Sorry.
about the old people that can't afford the brand new boiler? People on disabled or Social Security, disability, or their pensions or
Yeah.
whatever. They need a big unit. It's going to cost a lot, so they need somebody like me that can come in and look around and say, you know what I can do? I can do this for you, and bam, I got them working again with minimal cost. Now they still need a
Yeah.
new unit because theirs is old. Something else is going to break down probably next year.
hmm
You know what I mean? But I
Um,
keep them going. I'll nurse them through. No, I got it. No, I keep them going.
Usual suspect. If you want, you're more than welcome to come on up and you can ask questions.
Yeah, just don't
Right.
holler at me
So
because
long as it doesn't become
yeah,
personal,
don't holler at me. Please don't holler at me. I'm just
you know,
old over here.
I don't have a problem because we only have one rule, and that is if you cause ripples, both sides go because
Oh, I
I
see what
don't
they
care
said.
who it is.
What does that mean? I've made a legitimate business out of this. What have you done? Well, actually, I've worked my whole life as air conditioning business and construction worker, so that's pretty much what I've done. I don't know who the usual suspect is, but I'm willing to talk to anybody, dude. You know that.
Yeah. Well, you're willing to speak to me, and this is the second time I've spoken to you.
Heck, we've
Uh,
talked on the phone before, you and me, dude, and just settled things out
we,
offline.
we've spoken away from YouTube because I
Yeah,
wasn't sure
so
of things.
and heated
Yeah.
up a little bit too, didn't we? But that's the way men do it. You gonna be a
Usual
man, you know?
suspect. I didn't say it wasn't a respectful question. I'm just saying, let's keep it respectful. I know these things go, so
Oh,
I'm
they
not.
already tried to talk about the pedo thing because I defend people against pedophiles, but they try to use it in reverse. I know these.
I I had a conversation with you, mutual friend,
Yeah,
brought us together, and you explained to me stuff which I didn't know about.
yeah. Like I said, most
That
of these
you've done.
people haven't been here, dude. Think about
And I just wish that people realise that uh, by fighting each other, those who want to take away our rights,
it.
they
Winning.
win.
Yep.
So
They
if you
enjoy
actually
it.
put personal differences aside, and you don't even have to work together, but work in the same direction, we've got a chance there of actually doing something good. That's the way I see it.
It's like the
Um,
people that I stand up when they get jammed up out here. You know what I mean? The group, the activist group, whatever. I don't care whether I like this person or not. If they get jammed up, we share their links. We put out their PayPals. We try to get their money for bond, whatever they need. And then once they get out of their mess, I don't go watch their channels no more. I'm busy watching others' channels. You know what I mean? But
mhm.
we stick together when the shit hits the fan, and that's what we have to do. And a lot of people don't want to do that, and that's
Okay,
you know,
right. Well, there's a question, so to speak. My understanding is you're trying to get Mouse to save the children. Isn't that protecting? Uh, isn't you protecting people
that
from
don't even
paedophiles?
make no damn sense, dude. Trying to get Mouse to save the children does that don't even make any sense? That's not even logical. Who in the hell would type such shit?
Okay,
What?
so next question, which I mean, as I say, can PDF explain to us how supporting a child rapist is protecting people from paedophiles? Now,
Supporting and protecting a child rapist. Where did you get your information there, usual suspect? You must have heard something on a troll page on the internet because you have no facts. Everything you say there is outright a lie. So show your proof and don't come up with some clip that's got a bunch of cut up clips put together to try to make it sound like I said something that I never said. And do not try to come out and say that I said something that I didn't say unless you finish the entire sentence that came out of my mouth. Because what I told them that one day is Mouse is smarter than all the rest of you dumb some bitches put together, and you could learn something from him if you sat there and shut the fuck up, kept running your mouth. You could learn the story like I did. I got him to admit that he had a house set up for people to come to. One time he said he had kids in there. I got him to say that. Last week or a month ago when I had him out there again, he actually come out and said he had kids in there, but they were always there with their parents. Lie, lie, lie. And if you don't let him talk, you never get these lies. So one day you guys might learn how to be a journalist or a news guy or a question guy or an investigator or a researcher, because I'm all that wrapped up in one. Y'all can't keep up, but hang out and enjoy the ride. Do the best you can. Get behind the slowest Chevrolet in the fucking pack and try to do the best you can, because I'm up front driving.
Right.
I like me now.
I'm not going to pretend that I understand some of the wordings that you've used, because I'm just trying to read between the lines, right? So
Yeah, chop it up, flip it up, make it sound like you want it to, because you can't stop me, boy. Keep going. 11,000 some odd subscribers and still growing. Remember, they was going to take me out before I hit 10,000 a month ago. Well, that's 11,000. Okay.
Right. For you can have a look at this channel. Every live has remained on the channel. I think off the top of my head, I've only removed 2, and that's because of certain conversations that took place on it, and also some music that I played that YouTube weren't too happy about.
Hey, you know how many of these pervs we get up on the panel, and then we get them to tell their story. It's the same with the pet hunters. You got to kind of be nice to these people. You can't just start screaming, hollering, cussing them out, and calling them all kinds of names if you want to get the story. Maybe this unusual guy down here, that's suspect guy, because he's probably suspect for something. But if they would sit back and learn and listen, they might be able to understand. You can't get the story unless you ask the hard questions, and that's what I do. So sit back and learn, man, because I'll teach you how to get the story. We had that one boy out here, catch you later. An hour after he was bonded out on jail, I had him on my panel. I was being nice to him as I could be. Frog, you know Frog. He come up in there. I'm like, Frog, you can't do it. Just don't.
Just hang on a second, PDF. Tony, yes, thanks for coming in, mate. You pop to the shop while you can. Hopefully there's still some stuff there and they've not bought everything out. But yeah, if you celebrate Humbug Day, enjoy it, and peace to you and your missus. And that goes to everybody. Peace to everybody. You know what I mean? Christmas shouldn't just be one time to say, you know, let's break with tradition, let's be peaceful and all the rest of it. We should really be peaceful and respectful at all times to people. You know, that's the way I look at life anyway. Yeah. Let's go. It's chaos, PDF. Sorry.
Hey, well, when you give an accusation as a question, you just show where you're at. You can't accuse and question at the exact same statement. So when I get these people on my panels, I don't care who it is, the worst of the worst out there, I'll get them up on the panel if I can, and then we'll have a couple people that act like they got some sense. I mean, it's obvious a lot of these people can never hold an interview on anyone. You know what I mean? They don't know how. We got to get them up on our panels. We got to find out, have you been convicted of a certain crime? And then tell us your story, buddy, old pal. Chum from way back when, tell us your story, good buddy. And then you let them tell you their story. And then you ask them a little bit of the hard questions, because we always have all the facts first before I bring them on the panel. You know what I mean? We already have everything. So, you know, as far as the rat dude, I got 140 pages from his arrest record. How many of y'all read that? Oh, unusual suspect wants to come out here and be accusatory. Have you ever read the whole 140 pages of Rat's arrest record? Because most of us out here have. I'm pretty sure he hasn't. But yet he wants to accuse me of defending someone. You see what I mean? These guys are fools, dude. So there's nothing they can say to me that's going to ever affect what I do or how I do it. You see what I mean?
Well, I can see that. I mean, everyone, like I say, there's two sides to every story. And
Hey, we knew Rat before. Hey, we knew this guy. We knew the guy, though, before everybody even knew he was convicted of anything. He was out here on the internet long before anyone ever found out about old Rex.
Well, I'll tell you what. I'll tell you the way I see it, right? And I can't give these people time of day, never mind anything else, right? I don't think they should be allowed out on the streets. But that's just my own personal point of view, right? Some people say I'm a little bit too right-wing when it comes to that particular subject. I don't think that people should be released in any way, shape, or form. But there again, I don't think they should be kept in prison either. But you know, yeah, I'm getting away from this sort of topic there. So what you're saying, correct me if I'm wrong.
I've been out here. I've been out here a long time. I've watched a lot of these people come and go. I've watched how they act when they first get here. None of them are ever here for the dollar. I'm not monetized. Never going to be monetized. I don't care about the money. Next thing you know, oh, don't say that on my channel because I need the money. Well, I come out here from the very start. I never dreamed I'd make money. And I said, well, if I ever get the chance, I'd be amazed. Next thing you know, I'm monetized. Hell yeah, I like that shit. I made $50 one month, $50 another month. And you know what I mean? And then all of a sudden the trolls started attacking me. And I said, well, I guess I'm going to have to do it for the dollar now. I said, I tried to do it, you know what I mean, the way I always did it. I never cared. So last month, I said, okay, y'all want to play a game with me? Let me show you how the YouTube game works. So I commandeered 728 of a guy's videos. Took me 2 months to download them all. Now I'm uploading his videos on my page and getting paid for them, and there ain't nothing he can do about it. And he's madder than a wet hen. I made $200 fucking off of one of his videos. He never made a dime on it. And you know what? There ain't nothing he can do about it. And I'm going to put all 728 of his fucking worthless waste of life videos on all my channels and get paid for it. Because y'all wanted to play a game with me. I'm going to show you how to play the game. They struck me 10 times in one day, the one boy did. I beat every strike. I videoed it, monetized it, and put the video up. Now I'm getting paid for people watching a video of his striking me 10 times in one day. You can't make this shit up. So that's what I do now. Now it's all for the money. They want to play? Well, let's play.
Well, each to their own PDF, and this is the message which I like to put out there. I mean, there's, I don't know,
I didn't care until they wanted to attack my wife, dude. Going old fucking ass crack and authority chick and old toothless wanted to attack my wife. They out there yesterday using her picture and her name, saying she likes being abused because she was abused and all the stuff they say. I say, good, keep doing it because I get to make money now. I made over $250 in a week off that dumbass. I made $200 on one of his videos in a month. This boy's done made me $1,500, and I'd never made a dime off this shit before. Keep coming, Toothless. I love this shit. I never thought it could be so much fun on YouTube. Now I'm starting to have fun. Before, I was just fucking around, you know what I mean? Well, this is like driving a car and crashing it, you know what I'm saying? I love this shit. Well, get paid too? Damn, couldn't ask for more.
Well, it's certainly been an eye-opener.
Hey, you get paid to fuck with the trolls. They can't arrest me. The police arrest me, and I don't make nothing out there filming them, right? I don't make no money filming cops. I never did. Some people do. I never did. But I'm making money replaying the trolls' idiot fucking videos. Now, what do you think I'm going to do now?
Well, yeah, I could see the logic behind that, I suppose.
I'm loving this shit. Every day they give me more shit to put back up. I think I got so much stuff. I got to share it with No Justice and Mad Max. They can put some stuff on their shits too. Get their shit monetized and make some money off of them. You hear the video he says? We're making money off of him. He's pissed.
Well, you just mentioned the name there. The second person.
No Justice, Mad Max.
No Justice. I mean, I've never spoken to him. However, we had one conversation, I think. I'll tell a lie. No, it was one conversation. And he turned around and he said, because I'm an open book, that's more reason to investigate me. And it's like, I don't get it.
Because
really
you're an open book, or him? Who was he referring to? You or him being the open book?
I'm an open book because
you are.
Yeah, I mean,
yeah. So what's you're
get.
not trying to hide, dude. We can tell the ones that are trying to hide.
You know
what I mean? Why would I waste my time on someone that's not hiding? If something happens, we'll hear about it.
With me, and I just, it's like, no, you're going a little bit too far here, because I've seen the type of investigation on 3 or 4 different sides of YouTube, and I just don't think it's right for anyone to start bringing wives, children, partners,
no, because they didn't like it,
or anything like that into something.
Did they all start whining and crying when I did it? Didn't they start? And I never named nobody. I just put up pictures, and they said, "Hey,
no, I'm not referring to you directly."
No, I did it. I did it, dude. I come out here full blast and did it to a bunch of them. And you know why? Because they did it to me. But when I did it back to them, they got all pissed off about it. I started laughing my ass off. I said, "Wait a minute, good for thee, but not for me." I see.
Yeah, no, yeah. Well, two wrongs don't make a right.
Yeah, no, I can tell them there ain't no lower. I can go lower than all of them. You know why I can go lower than all of them? Because I have nothing left to lose.
Well, yeah. Well, suppose from that perspective, yeah, you're right. I can see that logic.
See what I'm saying? I live in the swamp. Remember, in a tin shack. Where I live.
I wouldn't know, but rumor has it.
And what else I got? Oh, wait a minute. Oh, they're gonna come steal my wife. They're gonna ride off with her into the sunset. Steal it.
What is that? Some sort of old Western movie plot?
These people come up with some of the wildest stuff. I thought all that stuff was funny until they got really personal. Because, like I said, when I got personal, they didn't like it at all. I mean, they was like really upset. I didn't say nothing when they come out there and started dogging on my old lady for like weeks. I just sat back and saved and documented and saved. And, we data miners. We record everything, right?
Well, I've got to say, Blackwatch is right. That, in fact, I would go 1/3, and I would say this is a virtual reality world where you've got different sides. And I mean, I've seen it in other areas as well in YouTube. We got basically it's one coin, and it's like 2 sides of the same coin arguing with each other. But in reality, it's the government that wins, or the governments that win at the end of the day. Because just think about this for a second. If you've got 2 sides, you can do all the investigationary work and all the rest of it. Why not use that to actually move forward? Why not use that to help protect our rights? That's how I see it, But I don't think that'll ever happen, because people are too wrapped up in their own squabbles. And I'm taking a backseat on things. I respect people for, they respect me, I'll respect them. I think that's fair. And you get it back tenfold with respect. You cross me, then that's it. It's not worth it. I'm not going to go hunting after you. It's, life's too short.
Just cut ties and walk away. Cut ties and walk away.
Oh, it is true. You do get your mail that way in the States.
Look, my mailbox is faced in. They drive in off the road to get the mail here. Most places get the mail out here, right? The mailman stops out in the road. Where I live, they protect the mail guy. Even on a dirt road. I mean, they have to pull off the road to put your mail in. To me, makes more sense. I mean, but here where I live, my dirt road.
That's where you get it right. Okay.
I got a quarry across the road. It's 70 acres, rock quarry. No one can ever build there. And that half mile down the road's the Swanee River.
Okay, so you live out what I was to call the sticks. You called it the country.
Yeah,
Well,
I
no,
live in a
out
swamp
in the middle of nowhere,
in the
right?
woods. Yeah, in the woods.
How the hell do you get a decent internet connection?
I got Wi-Fi the other day. Finally, I've been using just my data off my phone all this time, Verizon internet. But I just got Wi-Fi last week, 25, $30 a month. They never had it
Uh,
available here, so I guess they just pointed the tower here finally. I got 4 acres.
what is it?
My land goes way down there, all the way as far as you can see, all the way back to them pine trees, way back there, over to
Okay,
them
now,
pine trees.
excuse the French. How the hell do you keep it? Keep. Oh, there's no grass. That's fine. I was going to say, how do you keep the grass down?
Hey, I haven't mowed the grass in 3, 4 years. We drive over top of this. That keeps it pretty much down. But here's the grass. I haven't mowed in like 3 years, dude. I'm growing regular Florida back. I haven't mowed the
Ah,
grass in so long that these trees right here grew. This freaking
uh,
pine tree right here, and that oak tree has grown. That's how long it's been since I mowed this grass out here. I don't mow no more. Fuck it. I planted all them trees along there 2 years
oh,
back.
you certainly got privacy.
Ain't no people
Oh,
around here.
is that your tin shed?
Yeah, that's my shack. That's my tin shed.
Yeah.
My shack. Tin shed. Yeah, that's my tin shed. It's freaking cold, dude. You wouldn't believe how freaking cold it is.
The
YouTube
sun's
bought me
out.
this truck. Hey, the people on YouTube bought me this truck. This is a truck
Very
YouTube bought
nice.
me.
No,
Sweet,
it's a
man. It's
YouTube truck.
my grocery truck. This is my YouTube truck. That one there blew up over there. Then we bought this one this year. Bought this from a girl. Toyota. Bitch flies, man. V6. That's super sweet. Yeah, here's my tin shack. It's about, that's the
No,
cat
I
house.
understand.
And it goes all the way down there. This is my ladder in case a hurricane comes. I can get up on the roof and survive. I just got to I got one sock already up there. I got 10 cats. I feed all
How'd
the
the
wild
dogs get
cats.
up there?
Huh?
How'd the dogs get up there?
That's my wolf
Did
dog.
they-
That Nug Nug.
Oh, that's a nice
Okay.
cat.
There's a bunch of cats around here, dude. These wild ones. There's a cat. There's a couple
They're
underneath this
wild
box.
cats. Well, geez, and they look so tame.
Well, I feed them
Especially
out
around.
here every day.
Oh, that'll be the
There's one
reason
up
why.
in a tree over there. There's a cat up in that tree over there. I don't know what are you doing?
And they get
Watching
on.
the
They get on well with the dogs as well.
Yeah, once the dogs know that they're part of the pack, but there's some wild cats that are around here. As soon as the dogs see them, they chase them. They try to catch them. They run. So. But if they just stand there and let the dog sniff them, the dog won't bother them. But if they run, the chase is on. Oh,
Fair enough. Bit like the virtual reality of life.
yeah. If you run, they'll chase you. That's the way it works. But like I said, they can say whatever they want about me, but there's really nothing they can do.
Anyway, let's move away from the
Well, that's
personal
buddy. I didn't know
garbage.
who he was. I don't know who that guy was. The dude that was talking a minute ago. I don't even know who he was. That guy that was talking
Hi,
about.
Mellows.
I didn't know if he was your friend or not. Is what I was saying.
Well,
Or friendly, not friend, friendly. If you wanted friendly
there's a
people.
lot of people who I talk to, and I can see I see their side of things,
Yeah.
and I listen to other people's side of things. Sometimes I'll turn around and I'll go, actually, I think you're right, the others are wrong, but that's only from my own personal point of view. But I don't join in with the garbage that goes on.
Yeah. Hey,
You
that's
know?
what I try to do. I try to keep going forward, doing what I want to do. What do I want to do next? Sometimes I don't know. So if anybody wants to direct me and guide me and point me in a certain direction, hey, I might go that way. Just
Right. This
send me a
channel,
story. We'll go with it. You know?
this channel came about because I was following a particular person, shall we say. I was heavily involved in the sense that I thought that they were right, what they're doing, and all the rest of it. And I still think that in what they were doing at the time, auditing and whatnot, I think that was right, because I agree with auditing or holding people to be accountable.
Yeah.
But when I wanted to do certain things, and the only way I could do it was to reinvent myself, because I wanted a website, I wanted a YouTube channel, but the YouTube channel came about accidentally, shall we say.
Yeah.
Wasn't anything that was planned. Evening, Mrs. J. And I thought to myself, if I'm going to do this, I need to go in my own direction. I wanted an internet radio station, because I thought that was the only place that at the time, that I could do have free speech.
Yeah.
And say what I wanted to say, at the end of the day. And put it across the way I wanted to put it across. And things have grown since then, and I've gone in so many different directions since
You've
then.
been out here a while, dude.
Because
you've been
I'm independent.
Hey, Grim, you've been out here a long time too, right? You think you just start.
I've been on YouTube for a couple of years. That's about all. Compared to some people, that's not a long
couple years. Time. You've been around a lot. You've seen both sides. I mean,
I go on people's channels over in the States the same way as people come over here. Yeah. I mean, that's one of the things which I've been able to do.
Wasn't you around back with NC Tyrant Hunter on the panels back then?
Yeah. I've been on panels with Tyrant Hunter and a few others.
Hey, my memory ain't as good as it used to be, but when I think about something, it comes back to me after a while. So I remember. I'm right. My thought was right. I remember. You know what I mean? Yeah.
I've been on
a long time. You old school like me.
Yeah, I've been on AC's channel and a few others.
Well, I wouldn't brag about that, because they're pretty much gone now.
Hang on a second. Right.
I had to jab it, dude. I had to throw the jab. I had to do that.
Yeah, just remember whose show it is.
I'm sorry. My bad.
Yeah, it's my name above the door, mate. If I come onto your show, it's your show.
Strike that from the record. Strike that from the record, Joe.
But I try to get on with loads of different people, and there's things that people do that really do piss me off at times, and there's things that people do that I'll go, okay, you're heading in the right direction. We're on the same page.
But the best part, we can go somewhere else. We don't have to keep bumping heads. There are other things we can do. We don't have to every day go back and bump each other's head. I got a lump on my head from banging heads with some of these guys. You know what I mean? My forehead kind of swollen on the front there. We don't have to do that. We can go to so many other pages and do whatever you want to do, whether it's troll people or help people. Personally, I like helping people. Somebody just left me another comment on my hot wiring a Dodge pickup truck video the other day, right? And they thanked me so much for having that video up of hot wiring a Dodge pickup truck. The thing makes me $25 a month for 2 years. I'm not getting rich off the video, and the money don't even really matter. But the comments, man, if you go to type in hot wire Dodge pickup, it's my video, and go look at it, and you'll see and read the comments. That's what, man, it's about to me, dude. It sends chills to me when these people leave a comment saying, thank you so much for that video. I would have never made it out of the woods. We lost the key. A girl and her boyfriend lost their key. If it wasn't for that video, they'd still be stuck in the woods somewhere. They wouldn't have, but you know what I'm saying? But that makes you feel, that's a feeling nobody can take. I don't care what they say bad about me. And I've done that so many times out here on YouTube for so many people. Even the girls that were assaulted that I did stories on came back years later and say, hey, I'm the girl in your story. Thank you for doing that story. You know what kind of feeling that makes me feel? I don't care what these trolls say, because they can't never take that from me.
Hello, Mrs. J.
Hello.
Hello,
I had to come up because you've got Mr. Sexy voice on.
She's talking to you, Grim.
No, I'm not.
I thought that.
No, I'm not.
I've been watching your chat.
Got the best American accent and voice ever.
It's just because I live in the South. That's all.
It's up there with John Wayne on how smooth it is. I bet you can sing, can't you?
No, I probably could, but I sing so low that nobody could ever hear me.
Merry Christmas to you, PDF.
Merry Christmas to you too.
You crazy, crazy guy. What a year you've had. Oh my God. What a year.
It only gets better. It only gets better with age. I'm like a fine wine, you know?
You're fucking crazy, mate.
Hang on. That's only allegedly, folks.
Yeah, allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly. Brilliant. Oh, yeah. I just wanted to come up and wish you both a very, very Merry Christmas. And I got
And a
to talk
humbug.
to Sexy Voice. And you can carry on talking about what it was you were talking about. I just wanted to come up and just have a hello from PDF.
I'm glad you did. I wish you'd keep talking.
Wait till she starts talking Cornish. In a Devon voice.
In my Devon voice. I'm not doing it. You only get that when I'm really chilled out and I'm not online.
We can end this point and go in the back room. Chill out, man.
Well, cheers to you both. I'm drinking a hot chocolate with Baileys and cream in it.
Oh, wow.
Merry Christmas.
That's good. I like it. That's my drink there.
Yeah, and if you like humbugs, have a good humbug.
Yeah, that too. See you later.
See you later.
She's leaving. Oh no.
Oh, she does that. She pops in and out.
Oh, she comes and goes like that. Yeah. She's probably out checking out a lot of stuff. She's probably multitasking. That's why. A lot of stuff going on. Yeah, I just sit here with my feet propped up, hot cup of coffee in the recliner, and the phone got its own holder, so I don't even have to touch the phone.
Talk about laziness.
It don't get no better than this. I could be twisting one right now, allegedly, possibly, maybe.
Anything is possible.
It's possible.
Yeah, I mean, it could be possible that people have got more in common with each other than they realize. Allegedly,
a lot of people could if they gave each other the chance, you know. And you know, we poke fun at each other a lot, but if you take time to look at a person, you know they have emotions, they got feelings, they got happy, sad, they've been through things they've been through in life, so they're just human. Some people are all bad, but most people aren't all bad, are they?
No. I just think it's people's perception. To be honest, that's how I see it.
Now, the ones that are demented in the brain, the deviant ones, like, you know, the ones that, you know, that I stand against 100%. So it's only natural that they would come out and try to say that I would defend someone like that. I stand so wholeheartedly against them and have been for so many years and explained why multiple times. So I don't have to get into that. But
well, regardless of, I mean, you've explained it to me, and do you know what? I agree to disagree with it because I can see where you're coming from with some of the things that you've done in relation to certain people that it's been suggested that you support. I've had that conversation with you. You explained to me some of the things that you've done in the past and that you've been involved in. And although I don't agree with anyone putting people like Mouse on the internet, I would agree to disagree. It's, to me,
hey, we had him buried.
It's your channel. You do what you want on your
we
channel.
We pretty much have had him buried, gone. And then they brought his name back by trying to attack me, which all they did was really bring him back. So now he's back online again. They brought him back. We had that fucker gone. Nobody even knew his name. Everybody forgot about him the way he should have been. Pretty much buried. But now he's back. Who brought him back? Why? To attack me. Their hate for me brought that piece of shit back into the light.
Well,
see what I mean?
You know,
that's funny.
I think that I will be honest with you, right? I think that it's 6 of one and half a dozen of the other, right? Sometimes I don't
But
think there's
now
any science to blame.
I
I
learned
just
how
think
to
it's the
fucking
way of
make
life now.
money, dude. But now they taught me that I can make money doing this.
Yeah, but
You want to?
that's
That's great, ain't it? Now I can afford to
well, you should
sit here and smoke
showing
weed
your new
every
truck.
day. I mean, if I wanted to, huh?
You know, you're just showing off your truck as a result.
Well,
So
that's
you
what
know,
happens when you push someone so far. It comes back to haunt them, man. It's coming back on them. Everything they do is coming back to haunt them. It pretty much is, dude.
well, you know,
I benefited out of it. That's the best part. Everything they did towards me turned into a blessing to me.
well,
Well, keep attacking me. Say my name. Spell it right. Don't forget. Put a link to my page. So when they attack you, that's what I was trying to tell you. When these people come out and start attacking you, you know you're doing something right.
mm,
Because the
well,
dredges of society attack you, you're doing something right, dude.
well, yeah, I suppose so. There's different ways of looking at it, but I would say that, and to the people who I talk to, as you say, on the other side, this is nothing personal. I've not invited PDF on here to have a chatter regarding his particular slice of life and the way that he does things. He was in the chat. I was on my own, and I just invited anybody up, and he was there. So, cool, come on up. Let's have a chat.
And then your one guest attacked me in the chat multiple times with many of sentences and paragraphs.
Well,
that's basically the end of the story.
Yeah, exactly. Beginning and end. At the end of the day, I'd have preferred people to come up and talk. I think that's, you know, sometimes I think if you can get two sides talking, it might actually open the door to something. What? I don't know. Because nothing is pre-scripted. And I don't do anything. I never plan anything, folks.
Everybody pretty knows I kind of wing it myself. I just go with the flow. Whatever happens, we'll ride with it and see what happens, right?
Yeah, well, I think that's the best way to do it, personally. But I mean, how many times? Here's a question for anybody listening, anybody watching, right? How many times do you plan stuff in your life, right? And it's all gone to cock, right? In other words, it's backfired on you. Something's happened, and you've had to change direction all of a sudden.
Hey, would getting busted with $400,000 worth of cannabis, would that kind of count like that?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, okay.
How the hell did that happen?
I pretty much know what you're talking about then. Okay, go ahead. Yep, I'm in with this. I know what you're saying. Yep. I'm living.
No, I'm talking in general terms. I'm not aiming it.
Well, that was general terms, wasn't it? Had a plan. We was going to grow some weed, and it didn't turn out.
This is JC understands where I'm coming from every fucking day. I've given up planning things in advance because I'll give you a classic. Right, I always planned to go and see my youngest granddaughter, the only one I'm likely to see. Right, which is fine. I was going to go on Boxing Day. They've got a serious case of flu going through their house.
Oh,
right. I can't go up there because two reasons. I can't risk catching it, and I certainly can't risk my wife catching it because of her health conditions. Not to mention the fact that I'm more concerned, to be honest, about my granddaughter, and because she's only a few months old, you know, and I'm more concerned about she's okay at the end of the day, you know. And so this Christmas, what I had planned, it's gone. So
you could always plan it.
Something else now.
Why does Christmas have to be the 20th, whatever, 5th of December? Why can't it be celebrated like you said every day or next month or next week? We'll just plan our Christmas for next whenever, and it's still the same meaning if the people, you know what I mean? It's just, to me,
this is it. Condition. I mean, every day to me, if I actually believed in Christmas, etc., then I would turn around and say that every day, especially now that she's come into my life, it's like Christmas Day to me.
The religious people, I think, care more about the Christmas Day.
Yeah. I think the true meaning of Christmas, and I'm not talking about the religious side, and I've said this before.
I think they would miss the day itself because that's the actual day that they're celebrating.
Well, I just think that Christmas has lost its meaning. It's too goddamn religious these days. But that's my own personal viewpoint. I don't agree with. I think that people are nice because it's Christmas to each other, right? Or they put this fake
next day. Look out! I'm gonna get some
why
good.
The hell can't you be like that all the time?
Hey, I'm getting some good drunken body cam or drunken cop car cams after this year, right? All the people get pulled over drunk driving, and we get the videos and put them in the back seat. You see these videos, dude? It's crazy. Dude.
I don't agree with drink driving.
No, that's why I'm putting the videos on my page where you can see what happens when you get busted being drunk and looking stupid. Got this one old lady, she gets out the handcuffs. She holds the handcuffs up and starts banging on the window. I'm thinking she's going to break the glass. She says, "Here, you want these back? I took them off." The cops didn't like her too much. It's funny. How many people get in the back seat and take their handcuffs off? It's unbelievable.
Well, here's one for you. If only the police themselves in the same way as they police others.
That'll never happen. That's part of the gang. It's like the trolls on YouTube. They'll stick with each other. The people who are the cop.
I think auditors. I don't agree with the thin blue line, and I do think that is definitely a gang.
Hey, what would be a good thing to call? What line would we get as far as being, people that aren't on the side of the thin blue line? What line do we get? Because everybody's going to have to a gang line now. I mean, the doctor's got a color line. I think theirs is. I'm not sure, but the fireman got the orange line. The nurses got a line. Everybody's got a line now, but the Americans, we don't have a line. All we got is the flag. Yes. Don't we get a line too? I mean, the freedom fighters, the activists, the auditors, the good people that stand against.
I'll tell you what I think personally. I don't think if you've got a national flag, which I think every country's got, and I'm not a patriotic person from that point of view, but I would say that you shouldn't deface it. Full stop.
That's why that was God's kind of being sarcastic. Like we have to have a line too. The freedom fighter Americans have to have a line too. So now nobody, but nobody does the flag no more. We might as well throw the American flag away, and everybody got their own flags now, huh? Cops got their flags. The fireman got his flag. Doctors and nurses and the firefighters or the EMS operators have their own color on a flag, and that's their gang color. That's all it is, man. It's a gang color, and they all separated themselves from regular people.
Yeah. Well, we've got over here. We've got a number of workers, from postal workers through to even the ambulance service. Their working conditions are ridiculously bad. They're underpaid for the work that they actually do, and they deserve a greater amount of money.
Did you guys have a flag like the blue line flag over here? Does your cops have a flag like that?
Yes.
Oh,
and they changed the color and they put it in black, and then they got the thin blue line. So they
I need a picture, man. I need to see a picture of one of them. I've never seen that. I just thought about it just now. Damn, do y'all have a blue line? And you do. That's unbelievable. Wow.
Oh, yeah.
I'd like to see a picture of that flag. I'll have to look it up. I'm going to find it.
Oh, you'll see it. Just blue line flag, Union Jack.
Yeah.
You'll see it. It's on
I
most
should have
coppers.
already thought of that a long time ago. I don't know why. It just came to my mind. But I was like, damn, you guys got a blue line flag too.
Wow. We like yourselves over the last couple of years, you've been oppressed by the government, been told what to do, what you can't do, been told to put a nappy on your face and all the rest of it. You've had your rights taken away from you. So-called regulations or guidelines, shall we say, are suddenly become law when they're not law. And they took away your right of freedom of choice, because you have to do this. You go to a shop, you've got to put a nappy on your face. You've got to stand 6 feet away from people, etc. And it's all turned out to be a load of bullshit.
Yeah.
You know,
Allegedly, possibly, maybe. Yes. Yes.
you know.
Well, that's what says Florida. We
Thank you
live
for
in a rural.
that.
Hey, we live in a rural area, so people around here didn't comply. We just kind of did what we do every day, and
Now,
that's just the way it was.
now I'm watching old videos which have been rehashed of people standing up for their rights and saying, no, I don't need to because, and I've got a medical exemption. Right now, I don't know how it worked over in the States, but over here, anyone could issue their own medical exemption.
Yeah, somebody might pull a can of spray paint out and spray paint you in the face over here. You say anything anyway. You never know what'll happen, man.
Exactly.
Well, in the bigger
over there,
cities,
you could end up with a bloody gun in your face without even before it's too late. But that's beside the point.
Now they punch you in the face. Most people don't pull guns on people over here, dude.
No, it's not the Wild West.
Well, now if you're over there where Mad Max lives, over there in Detroit, Michigan, you don't leave your house without your bulletproof vest and your gun. But that's a whole different area. That's like a war zone in these cities to me. You see where I live, there ain't no people here. Who you gonna see?
Yeah.
I mean, when you go to town today, when I went to town, man, there was a Walmart parking lot was slap full. I ain't never seen that many people in my life. There's like in my county where I live, there's like less than 8,000 people, but that's like a 40 or 30-minute. It's a good 20 miles south of me. I've never even been to the county I live in except for make a couple videos here and there, but I have to go the opposite direction. I go into a different county where I shop because it's closer to me. It's like right across the bridge down the road. I'm in a big area. There's a Walmart. My county don't have but one red light. You know what I mean? So there's no shopping in the county that I live. I have to go to the next county over. But like I said, where I live, the next county over is closer to my house than the nowhere town that I live. I mean, less than 8,000 people in the county. Not very many people, is it?
Well, I used to live in the sticks. When I say the sticks to me is not the same as it is to you, right? But in this little village, there was no more than a couple of thousand people, if that lived in it. What we had was tourists.
Yeah, we don't even have that.
In.
Yeah, we don't have nothing there. And we got some cooking plants, and we got a prison. We got a prison, big old prison. We got that. That's what makes the money in this area. All the prisons around this North Florida area. Everybody works for them too, or they're cops. That's where this whole North Florida is supplied by the prisons.
So what happens if you get a mass breakout?
That's too late. All the real criminals are already on the outside. They got all the good people behind the bars.
I was about to say, I mean, you've already got that with the police force.
Yeah, they already broke out. They're running the show now. But we got one county, dude. As far as you can see, there's prisons. I think it's like miles long. And that's the one where I think Rogue Nation went down there, pulled up in a parking spot where it says media parking, like press parking.
Yeah.
He got surrounded by the police before he even got out of his car. And it's out in the middle of nowhere. It's like, where the hell did they come from? It was on him like
someone hit the
the panic alarm.
Button. Oh, someone's parked over there. They shouldn't be.
I've always wanted to go there, but that's a creepy place, dude. I mean, it's over a mile long, and there's like these giant buildings. It's way back in as far as you can see in every direction on both sides of the road. Just giant prisons, man. Called Union County, Florida. Unbelievable place. So this whole North Florida is all blue line. When you say blue line, I tell you what, the whole North Florida ain't nothing but blue line gangsters. They all work for it. They're related to it, or else they're cops, or they work at the hospitals, which they think they're blue line too. They got their own color.
Well, I don't understand why the British cops need a blue line, to be honest, because more people die in cells and unfortunately than the coppers have died in recent years.
And the line knew that. I guess Australia has everybody. They all have a blue line now, probably.
Yeah. I think every country has it. Even probably, I was going to say even the Ukraine have got it, but I don't think that would be
And they don't see that a line separates. A line is used to separate things. That's what a line is. A line drawn.
I totally agree. I totally agree with that statement. It is. I mean, back in the 40s, you had a line between Germany and the rest of the world, allegedly, and they overstepped it. Well, one particular idiot did, and that caused World War II. And at the moment, I think we're heading towards potential World War III scenario. But I used to think it would be Russia and America. I don't think it's going to be anymore.
Hey, I hope it's more like Gandhi, and it might be because the kids are so damn lazy. They'll just sit home and play video games and watch the same movie. They'll sit there and watch the same movie over and over again forever. So they won't even stand up to fight. So maybe it'll be like a Gandhi thing where everybody will just sit down and not do anything. The government will be frustrated and all quit and go home, and then somebody might pick up something one day and say, hey, let's build something. Let's do something other than sit here. Hopefully. I don't know. I'm going to be dead and gone by then, but good luck, y'all. All I can tell you, I tried my best. Nobody wanted to listen. Wow, you got Jody Rotten in here. No way, Jody. Hello, Jody.
Hey, Jody.
Seen her forever.
People drop in, drop out. I mean, I've had the Fallen up here. Fallen keeps coming in. I don't know what it is. I don't know why. Seymour Cannabis, long time no see.
Seymour Cannabis. Yeah, you got some good people up in here. I don't know a lot of the people you have in here. So,
well, one time there was a more. I think we got about 50-50 mix of. UK and American now, and we've even got some Canadians in to come in.
I don't know if that's a good thing or not. I ain't gonna go with that one. I'm gonna have to let you prove that one too.
We're international. That's it.
Hey, don't cross that line. Hey, they on that other side of that line. Do my line, man. I got my line.
I'm going to be totally honest with you. Do you know? I know how to wind Americans up. I call them Canadian, and I call Canadians Americans.
Oh, yeah, that'll get them going for sure. I'll have to try that. Thanks. I'll write that down so I'm good about it. Hey, where's my pencil and paper? I can't find it.
I just do things like that, It was accidental, and then I realized it was onto a good thing.
Yeah, when it worked, hell yeah, you acted like you tried it. That was a good one. I like that.
It was funny. But the Canadians have got did have the biggest car park in the world when all the lorries parked up. Hello, AJ. How you doing? I just see all sorts of different things, and I take the mickey out of a lot of different things. I can't take too many things seriously, But we're getting more and more Americans coming in, and they keep returning as well. And this is going to be a first PDF on the channel. I'm going to be talked about for months.
Good. Hopefully they'll come in and get you some views.
I think it's great. I think
clicking a view, blood. It's all about the donos now. Dono.
Dono. So he said donut then for a second. I was going to say talk about police again.
Oh man, I'll be watching. I got Wi-Fi now, dude. This little box, dude. It's badass, man. I got some high-speed internet now, 5G and shit. I'm like, god damn, it works better at nighttime than it does like at 5 o'clock in the afternoon or 2 to 5 or something. It slows down a little bit, but I never had Wi-Fi available where I live, so now I have it. So I'm gonna have some fun now. I've been practicing stuff, different things, because you can't do YouTube without a computer. You really can't.
Well, no, not really. Not really. It's very difficult to do on the phone.
I had to fight with everything I did. I had to fight to get it done. I had to fight to request reviews and all the stuff you have to do. Well, now it's all jamming. Now it's going to be a whole new world for me out here and for everybody else as well.
That watch. I don't get that one. Sorry. I always say that Brits still wear wooden shoes. I was under the impression that that was to do with the Netherlands because they wear clogs.
Yeah, I thought that was Holland because it was
Yeah, Holland,
Amsterdam.
Netherlands. Yeah.
Yeah, Netherlands.
Thank
I've been
you,
there.
Elon, for that Starlink.
I've been to Amsterdam.
Have you?
I've been over there. Yeah, I went to Amsterdam. We flew over there back in the '90s, I guess it was. We went to Anne Frank's house and went through went behind the bookshelf and up into the attic and all that. We went to all the museums and stuff. We went to every coffee shop over there. We smoked so much hash, man. It was like we was there for 8 days and 7 nights. One of the oldest hotels in the whole damn town, in the whole damn place, right there by Queen's Square. It was beautiful, man. I love seeing all them.
I've never been to Amsterdam or Holland.
Well, don't go to the red light district because some of them women down there got a swang down to their knee, and you'd be looking over, you'd be like, hell no! There was like 9 of us walking down through there. Everybody looked over at this one window. We made the wrong turn.
You went.
Huh?
You went to the red light district.
Yeah, we walked through there, a whole bunch of us. We all came out the other end together. None of us stopped.
You should have done an audit on them.
No, you don't want to take a picture over there, dude. They will wring your neck. I was trying to take a picture across the street. The cars stopped in both directions so that I didn't get their picture, I guess. Or I guess they were letting me take a picture of her because it was on a bridge where you could see all the bridges in Splendor. So I had my girl standing across the highway. So I was just going to take a picture of her. And the cars stopped in both directions so that I could take the photograph. I was almost embarrassed. I took the photograph real quick and then turned around and faced the opposite way from the traffic. And then they all took off. And another guy tried to spit on me because I was taking a picture of her, and he was riding a bicycle. He come cutting in between us. I guess he thought I was trying to video him. She was at some coffee shop across the alley. So you got to, get a distance away to get a photo. Try to spit on me because you don't take pictures in Amsterdam. Do not. So,
even though it's a beautiful city.
Yeah, as long as there's no people in the picture, you're good. But if there's anybody around, you got to make sure there's no one in the background because they can get very upset. And there's 150 different nationalities going on around you at all times. So you never know what the hell anybody's saying. I mean, you figure 150 different languages, I think it is.
Oh, Jesus, I think I'd give up. I mean, Blackwatch is sort of saying that, because we're all in Dutch.
Everybody thought I was German. Hey, everybody thought I was German. They kept coming up trying to sell me heroin. I don't know what the hell is that. Fuck away from me. I'm an American. So then I figured it out. I was wearing a ball cap, you know what I mean? So, and all the winos were trying to get money from me. And so the ball cap, I guess, had me all screwed up. So once I took the ball cap off, nobody bugged me no more over there. So if you do go over there, don't wear a ball cap. Whatever you do, they'll think you're a German or an American. One or the other. Try to sell you heroin or bum money from you. That's the two experiences. And I proved it because my friend showed up the next day. Well, I had already experienced that. Got rid of the ball cap the first day. I learned quick. Mm-hmm. So he was wearing a ball cap. So he's walking around everywhere we went. They're trying to bum money from him. So we let this go on for like 3 days. We're all laughing at him every time because they'd pick him out of a crowd and try to come get money from him. Well, we all learned it the first day with my experience. So after about the 3rd day, we finally told him, my experience. And he's like, you motherfuckers didn't tell me the first day. We were laughing at him too much. So we had fun with him. That was my old lady's brother. So he deserved to be abused. You know what I mean? Brother.
Yes. Yeah. I'll tell you what, it's been interesting speaking to you, to be honest. I actually don't, I think on a one-on-one basis, and maybe it's because nobody else has come up really. I mean, Mrs. J came up for a couple of minutes, but
well, I got to get out of here anyhow, but I really do have to go.
No. Listen, anybody wants to come up, have a chat, you're more than welcome. It's pinned at the top. If you've been waiting for PDF to disappear, then again, I have no issues with that whatsoever. You know my philosophy. Basically, we haven't talked any crap. But I've certainly not slagged anybody off. And if you think I have, or if you think I'm being unfair, or I'm taking PDF's side by allowing him up, etc., that's not the case.
I
don't
just
take
popped in
sides.
here, dude. I just seen you was live and popped in here is all I did.
Yeah, well, you just thought it was funny because I saw your comment when I, early on, regarding the war is over, and you said, "Is it?" Now I saw the funny side to that.
Yeah.
I don't
Oh, I
think many
tried.
people would, but I did. Listen, PDF, thanks for coming up, mate.
All right.
Thank you so much for treating us to a little bit of southern hospitality, as they say, and it was interesting seeing your farm. And now I understand.
Like I said,
it's been shack.
hey, I'm still waiting on them transvestite hookers that was supposed to be sending me. Did you hear about that?
No, I didn't, but I'm sure you're making welcome.
Well, they said they're sending them here. I go out there every day. I ain't seen them out there yet, so I'm still waiting.
Maybe they're looking for the how to put posts in your post box.
I don't know. I told them they better not wear their high heels. They'll just wear their flats. So they're going to get stuck out here in the dirt road with their high heels on. But either way, I got to go.
He's talking from personal experience, folks, on that one. Right.
Hey,
allegedly.
I hear it's legal. I ain't sure though, but I'm gone.
All right, mate. No, that's certainly different. Thanks, PDF, for coming on up. That was I wasn't expecting it at all. But I like meeting new people and talking to new people, And as I say, folks, if people show me respect, I'll show them respect. And PDF has been very respectful towards me, so I do thank you for that. Anybody else wants to come up and have a chat to us? Please do so. Just to reiterate, Sunday morning, 11 o'clock on my D-Live channel. I will be posting the link and more information at Go On community channel. And later on, I've got to sort this out in a bit. I've got a promo and I put the link in on there. I'm going to be using StreamYard as well so that we can have people on the panel. Anyone who doesn't know what D-Live is very similar to YouTube with similar sort of terms of services. But I want to play stuff music, the alternative side of Christmas music. And I also want to be able to play some Kevin Bloody Wilson as well. So that's going to be on Sunday morning. It's a one-off special, so to speak. Has nothing to do with the YouTube channel. But you'll be able to catch me on D-Live, which is Grim Reaper is live on D-Live. That's the channel, if they call it a channel. I'm not too sure what they call it over there because I've never used it. But it's designed, I'm designing it around the fact that I know that there's some people who are going to be spending Christmas on their own and they might want a bit of a lift, a bit of a laugh. So I'm going to be running loose over there for a couple of hours in the morning or so. And just being my normal nice self. Hello, Cheeky Sprite. How you doing? So, yeah, I mean, that's really about it, folks. I mean, the way it was going, I wasn't expecting to be on for long tonight. Without anybody in the chat or having a conversation with me, it's very difficult. I mean, I can talk to the chat, but it's not exactly the same as talking to somebody up here, But if any, the link's pinned if you want the link to come on up. Black Watch, right at the top of the thingy. But yeah, anybody wants to come on up, please do so. If not, in about 15 minutes, I'll close the stream down because I just can't talk to myself. I'm not one of these YouTubers or creators who's able to do that. I don't know what things to say, you know. But for those people who celebrate the 25th as a holiday, whether that be for religious reasons or whether it's for any other reasons, well, all I can say is, you know, happy Humbug Day and enjoy your day as it goes. Yeah, no, the link for to D-Link to D-Live. Yeah, I'll be going out on the community page, and I'll be putting a video out with it on later. Actually, I'll see if I can find it, and if I can, I'll put it in the chat, and then you can you've got it, I suppose. It makes sense. Yeah. Okay, so I'll pin that for now for the next 15 minutes. It doesn't look as though anyone's going to come up. So I've just changed the link. So the link up at the top is for D-Live, if that's what you're after. And it's also in the chat. I don't know how it works. I don't think you have to join to be able to view. I've never used D-Live. So, as I say, it'll be an interesting experience, to say the least. But I've got something like, I've got over 100 tunes that I can play, which that's just the Christmas garbage. And I've got all of the Kevin Bloody Wilson albums that I could get hold of as well. So if you don't like adult humor, don't come along. If you don't like unpolitical statements or songs, don't come along because you're going to be offended. So yeah, fair warning. Snowflakes, just be careful. You might melt. D-Live is crap on the phone. I'll take your word for it, local. I've never used it, or I might have done when I first set it up, I think, just to see how it worked. But yeah. Oh crap! Now I've lost StreamYards. Oh, right. Hang on a second. There you go. All right, I'll put the link for StreamYards in the chat. I can't get away with the things that I'm planning on YouTube. I would probably end up losing the channel, so I'm not going to risk it. Apparently, the D-Live is a little bit better from that point of view, so I'm going to see what I can do. Too much right wing flies in you in a circle. Okay. I must have misread that. Sorry. I am knackered. I am shattered. It's been a very long week dealing with various things. So my apologies if I'm not exactly with it this evening. I was going to say this morning. That's how bad I am at the moment. But yeah. Final call, folks. If anybody wants to come on up and say hello, you can do. Fairly not, then don't worry. But do you have to make an account at DLive? Click on the link, and if it lets you get in, then no. If you haven't got a channel, it does have a chat facility. That's one of the reasons why I thought it would be a good idea. I've got to use some different software, but I will be using StreamYards for a panel. So from a guest point of view, everything says normal. From a viewer's point of view, instead of you watching it on here, you'd be watching it on DLive. And from my point of view, I've got to use different software and hope it all comes together. So all things being equal, get some rest. I'd love to, but if I went, I've got a few things to do now, but then in a bit I'm going to have to try and get some sleep, and I'll be back up in the early hours again. Hello, Blackwatch. How are you doing, my friend?
Not too bad. How are yourself today?
Apart from being tired,
Yeah.
all right, mate. But tired is my middle name at the moment.
I don't want to keep you from, if you
No. I just don't want to be talking to myself.
No, I can understand that. No, I kind of understand where PDF is coming from. I understand what you're coming from, but my experience is honestly, a few people do need a slap down.
There's a difference of a slap down and bringing personal, rephrase this, third-party people into something. So, like kids, wives, husbands, or whoever, people's addresses, going to their works. That doesn't make any sense to me at all.
No, you never go. You never go to the family thing. You never get that. That's just common sense.
Well, yeah. The problem is, Blackwatch, common sense is a rarity these days. Not many people have got it. I mean, don't get me wrong. It was nice talking to PDF. The way he spoke to me, he came across, respectful, and that's all I ask.
No, I understand. It's a question of self-values, but I mean, with my experience, like what happened to me is I had a number of IDs, and then the YouTube thing kept corrupting. I couldn't get there, so I came up with this for whatever reason. And with the thought processes going on with people, I simply point out what I call the truth, what's there. It's kind of like when you try to make a conclusion of something, you have to weigh everything that's there. Now I'm banned on 6 channel for doing that. So, and then you got the gallantry, the chivalry of standing for someone. And now I got banned on 2 more. At the end of the day, you think by the time I reach my age, I just say, let them fight their own battles. But that's been my experience. That
yeah, I mean, okay, right. I'm going to be totally honest. I always am. This is why I say I'm an open book, right? There's certain people or not characters, certain types of people who I don't think any sort of rehabilitation is ever going to work, because they are what they are. You're not going to change them. They're still going to do horrible things to kids, right? One way or another. And they shouldn't be allowed any air to breathe. That's my opinion. Right. So I would never, if I knew someone was stood up for someone in that way, I would disown them and walk away. Right. Which I think is a fair thing to do.
Sorry.
But at the same time, this is where there is confusion. Some people might think everyone's got a right to stand up for whoever they want to stand up for. I've had a conversation with PDF in the past only once. It was not on air. And he explained to me certain things that I didn't know about in the past. And I said, fine, no problem. That makes sense to me. I can see that. I've gone away, I've thought about it, and I don't think he what some of the things he's been accused of, that's not what he is or what he's done.
Right.
There's been a reason behind it. I've agreed to disagree, but I understand what he's done and why he's done it. If that makes sense,
Yeah.
you know. But he's treated me respectfully, same way as you have. Yeah, you are a name on the virtual world. Does that make
Yeah.
sense? Same as
Yeah.
I am. You're a persona, right?
Yeah.
I don't know your history. I don't need to know your history. You with me? If you were called somebody else in the past, another person, that's fine. That's not a problem. You show me respect, so I will give you that back.
Oh, as I
Yeah.
say, I tried something more to a name, and I knew what was happening because I did security on name frames. You know, the YouTube side corrupted. I was left with Gmail. You know, that's essentially what happened. But shall I tell you one thing? Like, I don't want to ruffle feathers, but I make comments against, you know, videos, and they're well founded, I think. And there's a young fellow in Georgia somewhere, and he had a unique idea with music reaction, you know, to put his point out and everything. And he's now about 18. But anyway, he did, if you're familiar with Pat Benatar, Hell is for Children, he did a campaign on that, I think, in the 80s. And it dealt with that. It dealt with, you know, child abuse, quite frankly.
Yeah.
And there was somebody, how I reacted to it, I twisted it. I said, if hell is for children, then heaven must be for the tormentors, you know. I twisted it around, like, think of it. And 2 weeks later, this happens to me all the time, Graham. 2 weeks later, somebody comes in and more or less says, and I'm not talking about, we all need forgiveness for something. You know, we do something idiotic. Not to that degree, but we do. And what the suggestion was, through Christ's grace, they will be forgiven and their souls saved. Well, I can imagine when I put back to him, whatever you got is contagious. Get away. I just can't, as you say, I can't abide that. I can't abide, you know, people that do that almost for a lifetime. So, you know, I do agree with that. I mean, there's a certain point that I believe this world has to make judgment on.
Yeah.
You know, it will. But then again, I think, you know, in today's environment, particularly in the States, how should I put it? There's this thing about gender down there right now. And it's kind of like, the problem is, don't throw it in my face. But
okay. So it doesn't matter what you are, who you are, so long as you don't push it in my face, or down my throat, as we say over here. Okay, so.
But what I find disturbing, it goes so far as, we'll take a couple walking down the street, and they're gay, whatever which way it goes, and they happen to stop and kiss or something like that. Turn my endearment. And it's like, oh my God, look at that. My kids are going to see that. Yet a heterosexual couple goes down the street, does the same thing, and that's cool. Okay, so who's throwing what in each other's face? That's just my point. Like, it seems.
Well, they're not showing it, throwing it in your face, because if they're in public, they're showing terms of endearment to each other. Doesn't matter whether they're heterosexual, homosexual, or whatever. They could be two bloody aliens, as far as I'm concerned. They're in public. Are you saying that we should dictate what people can do and can't do in public?
This is my point.
No, I'm not saying that you're saying that. I'm talking about society.
It's acceptable across the board, but some people now they're so twisted up. You know, I won't go too far in because, you know, it's a rabbit hole.
Oh yeah, I agree. That one is a rabbit hole.
You know, I have great grandchildren, so you know, but I'm very young for it. But when my children were in grade school, if they had somebody going around teaching them this stuff, I'd have a whole lot of problem with that. I'd have problem in middle school. You know, I do agree with that. But it's just this it's like a compulsion to go after, just because of your orientation.
Well,
I can't see that. I mean, me, I'm one way, if you get what I mean. But
yeah.
still, I've had people I know, and I was treated with respect and everything else, and I
Well,
just will not take that away from them.
well, talking of rabbit holes, right?
Yeah.
This I don't do rabbit holes, as everybody knows. Well, certainly not on YouTube. I try not to.
No.
Once, as soon as I mean, I've got access to a different social media type of environment. Yeah.
Right.
And I've got a channel on there. I'm going to start opening up rabbit holes.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be inviting people to have their say, and they can say what they want and how they want.
Right.
Basically, true freedom of speech,
Right.
right? So that people can talk about it. Because one of the problems I have is that we are told that we cannot say something because
Yeah.
it's wrong, it's against the terms of service. And I think that people should be allowed to say what they want to say, so that you can try and get it out in the open, because these things do need to be talked about. These things do need to be put open to the public, so to speak. I personally, as a grandfather, as a father, I have no issues with anybody showing affection
Right.
in public.
No.
It's neither here nor there to me,
No.
right? I might think it's a bit weird because it's not my cup of tea,
It's
but
you see every day, that type of thing.
yeah, I mean, people turn around and say, "Oh, it then becomes the norm." Well,
Right.
some of us are old enough to be fully aware that at one point you couldn't join the army if you were
Yeah. Exactly.
non-heterosexual,
Yeah.
etc. You couldn't join the civil service over here. You couldn't do this. You couldn't do that. And times have changed, and I think that to a certain extent, if we don't change with the times, our attitudes are going to be left behind.
Exactly.
And when you speak out about it, or you try to talk about it, you become classed as a Karen or a Ken.
Yeah. I mean,
And
personally, I found, I'll just say what I did say. Personally, I find like channels like this, you're aware of some of the states, Rescue AC and things. You want to get away from it. You just want to have a bit of fun. Life today, I've never thought my parents were born just after the last issue of this, shall we say. I never thought I'd be in it, and the pressure of it is so demanding. It's a nice place to go.
yeah,
for a bit of fun.
well, I like to try and make this non-political or fun or whatever. You with me? We're here to be able to take the mickey out of each other in a non-offensive way. If you're offended by something that somebody says, then okay, you're offended. But I could call Sasquatch, hello, mate, every name under the sun.
You're right.
Right? But if he started calling me back, I'm not going to be offended.
No, you can't.
I'm the one who started it. If I started taking the mickey out of your name, your pseudonym, right? Or you started taking, I mean, I've had it. So, people taking the mickey out of my name.
Right.
That's fine. It's a persona. I'm never going to meet most of these people who I meet on YouTube.
Right.
So why would I be offended? Call me every name under the sun. I don't have a problem with it. I'm probably going to get slagged off because PDF came up. It's a very bold move, I suppose.
Yeah.
But why would I not allow somebody up That's the question.
Mhm.
If I believe in freedom of speech, why would I not let somebody up?
You know, like the, a little bit of a personal note with this. I've got something in my life that's not going away. I have to face reality every second of every day. So I took the attitude, I'm going to have fun. This is
Yeah.
my way around it. I'm going to enjoy people and hope they enjoy me for the most part.
Mhm.
And you mentioned AC, and we've spoken, and he says, whatever you're doing to me, keep it doing it. And I says to him, despite everything I say to you, I'm listening. Never think,
Mhm.
in the serious thing, because he does put a lot of good information.
Yeah.
But I've
Well,
always,
as I say, I mean, I found some of the things which PDF says. I mean, tonight I thought at some points he was quite funny. I thought he was quite serious in other points. I
right,
let him say what he wanted to say in the way that he wanted to say it without causing any issues for the channel.
absolutely,
And why not? There's people who don't agree. That's their choice.
I guess,
If they want to fall out with me, they fall out with me. Life goes on.
I guess,
And that's it. You've got to take every day as it comes. But if you can't see the funny side of life,
yeah,
then there's an issue,
yeah,
to be honest. I think the issue is with the individual. That's my own personal point of view. And like Cheeky Spike has said there, and I totally agree, offence is taken, it's not given.
right,
At the end of the day, I can insult someone. I'm bloody good at it because I use sarcasm.
yeah,
But it's got to get to a really, really terrible place for me to start doing that.
yeah.
When it's not banter, And would I let somebody up who I was aware had a certain criminal record without? No, I wouldn't. I
No,
wouldn't give him the time of day. That's just me personally.
I mean, I found, I got to, used to have a grade 13, and I decided, grade 12, and long story short, at the end of, I had pretty well 30 years in IT and, the security and aircraft companies. But one thing I found, whether it was school, whether it was so-called lectures where you go to different things, if it was fun, you retained it.
Yeah,
If you had the humor, it was
exactly.
a
Yeah,
miracle of learning.
yes.
And some people get it, some people don't.
No, I mean, fallen. I wouldn't call anyone a name. Not out of malice, hatred, or anything like that. I just wouldn't.
No, you can't.
I don't call anyone names. People who've spoken to me, people who've been around the channel, they come back because probably I don't do the bullshit which goes around. I think tonight has been the only time that I've possibly got close to crossing that line, but I don't like lines. I don't like borders. That's me personally. If I call you a name, would you take offense? Can you laugh it off or ignore it? Yes. Yes.
I mean,
Oh, look, here, this is a classic, right? It was just an example. Not you. See how people can take things,
yeah.
misconstrue things. There's nothing. No one's causing any drama. It's just the way people pick things up.
I think there are ways that you can do that. Like, I'll pick on AC. There's different people, and I'll call him Smurf, little Sprite, and things, and cross it. Yeah, but he knows it's just, just joking with him.
Yeah, but
And
I mean, I've got no axe to grind with AC or with anybody on Southside Gang Worldwide. I think it's hilarious.
I just use for an example. Every channel, I think I got 70, 75, channels held, and it's just what I put out there. What I'm trying to say, Grim. It's more or less, it's a term of endearment, you know.
Yeah.
Like I didn't care for you. I wouldn't say it. I wouldn't say anything. I wouldn't be there. So I think there's, if you call it a name, it's just play, you know.
Yeah. We are who we are. We have on here. We all have personas. We don't necessarily give our real names out, which is fine. I have no issue with that. I don't give my name out. Why?
Right.
Because to be quite honest, on here, I can be more like myself rather than being in reality. I've got to be so politically correct. I'm not in work. I can't have a laugh in the same way as I can have a laugh here. Or if I do, I've got to be very careful what I say.
Yeah, you do.
Because I can get sacked. You know?
Well, it's getting more, how should I put it, well defined. The rules, you know, they're getting more, you know, granular.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, I got asked what pronoun do you want on your email, and they gave me a list, and I went, I don't agree with any of them. Can I just put alien? Now I thought it was funny, right?
Right.
But I would. Oh no! They had me in a bloody meeting saying I was taking the piss.
Yeah.
I wasn't.
No.
I was asking a question. Not my fault they misinterpreted it.
No.
Hello, vanished. Nice of you to drop in. I was just thinking of closing up, actually, to be honest. Well, I was. I'm going to have to chill out for a while. I'm going to be honest. Sasquatch, you are a warlord. You don't need to identify as a warlord. You are a warlord. Like Blackwatch is a Blackwatch. I don't know what it means.
If
there is any meaning behind it.
It's not exactly obvious.
Yeah, people call. Yeah,
no.
People think that I'm the Grim Reaper.
Mm.
Who am I to disagree with them? I am on here.
It's a very heavy sickle to carry around with you. I'm just saying. You know.
In real life, I get somebody else to bleed and carry the sickle. Sorry.
I had a little thing with my ex and that. It was 22 years of marriage. We've been 29 apart. And she made an observation of me, like swearing. And the point is, I found, Grim, people don't listen. It's very frustrating. You have to deal with them. You know, say they're agents somewhere and they go on and on and on. You have to be vulgar to get them to stop and listen to you. It's rather perplexing, to say the least. You know, the ones that are supposed to listen, they don't. And to your point, they get the wrong idea. You know, if you just listen, I made judgments on people, but only after I kind of looked at what I'm thinking about. Like, am I, you know, if they're getting along on a channel, am I jealous? Are they new and they're nervous? Are they belligerent? Whatever. I try to cross-examine myself as much as I can.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, before you conclude it.
Yeah, well, I can't on YouTube because it's fictional.
Yeah.
To a certain extent.
Yeah.
Or it should be, right?
Yeah.
So when I say fictional, I'm talking about the characters, right, that are on YouTube, right? Why would I be offended by somebody, you know, because of their name or because of what they do? I mean, I appreciate the fact that Vanished is, you know, he wants to come up and say Happy Christmas to everybody.
Happy Christmas, man.
I have no issues with that whatsoever, and I will reply in the same way as I have done all night, which is have a happy humbug day. You know,
right?
You could. Christmas is for children, in my opinion.
It is.
You know, if you got kids, you know, that's what it's all about. I mean, parents are parents, kids are kids, and you know, falling. there's a difference of pushing back. Nobody has to take it. All I'm saying is it shouldn't be personal. If someone starts to get personal with you for no reason, they've got a problem, not you.
No, absolutely.
You know,
You know,
at the end of the day.
when
Anyway, folks, I am going to call it quits. Maybe next Friday I won't be so tired because theoretically I've got 2 days off from work, so I'm only actually in 3 days next week. Aren't mandatory holidays great at times? And I've still got to prep properly for Sunday morning. I put the link in the chat for D Live. I will be putting a promo out for it, and in the description will be the link for it. I hope if you've got time, or if you just want to drop by to say hello, even if it's just for 5 minutes, you're more than welcome. Please don't expect a normal sort of show, because it is not going to be the normal sort of show. If you are offended by people who don't like Christmas, don't turn up. That's all I'll say on that one. Yeah. And if you want to be a snowflake for the day, don't turn up, because you're not going to like it. You won't enjoy it, and I certainly don't want people to be offended in any way, shape, or form. I don't want to lose anybody's respect. This is a one-off, so to speak, but it's a sort of show I've always wanted to do, and I'm going to do it. And sorry, so thanks very much, folks. Blackwatch. I hope to speak to you again soon, and hopefully for longer next time, mate. PDF took up a lot of the time. Nobody came up apart from Mrs. J, and that was only for a few minutes. At one point, I thought it was the PDF show, not the Grim Reaper show. I'm sorry, PDF.
He was entertaining.
Maybe we'll have AC up here one day, or somebody else. We'll hear a different point of view.
But I want to, take the time to wish you a happy Christmas, and I hope
Christmas and all the rest of it. Humbug for me, please. I'll be offended.
No, it's more or less. I never got very many holidays, and because they brought people back from all over the world, we had to shut down at Christmas. And what I enjoyed just being at home, it's a family, and that's what I'm wishing you that you have.
Well, I want to wish everyone a peaceful time. That's what I want. And that's what's going to happen. Yeah. I'm going to take a few hours out. I'm going to do the live, spend some time with me, Mrs. while she's coughing her guts up. I'm only joking. I'm going to spend some time on the Xbox, I think, probably over the next few days. There's not much I can do, and there's going to be plenty of Kevin Bloody Wilson songs as well.
Absolutely.
I do like that guy. I think he's quite funny, and he recently did one a Donald Trump song, which I thought was hilarious. I heard it for the first time today. I don't know how long it's been out, but yeah. Anyway, on that note, folks, if I don't see you before, whatever you're doing over the next few days, enjoy. If you've got time to spend with family, close friends, etc., take that time out, enjoy it. And if you haven't got that and you want to, don't feel down in the dumps, there's always something around the corner, believe me. And you usually end up walking straight into it. And you don't realize it. So don't let it pass you by. If it's meant to happen, it won't. All right then, guys. You take care. Blackwatch, thank you so much, and I'll speak to you again soon. And we'll have a show next Friday night, just before New Year as well.
I want to give Tony and Katie Lee a big shout out. I know them personally. So everybody in the chat, happy holidays.
Yeah, that's a good way of putting it. Thank you. That's neutral.
Yeah.
All right, folks. Take care. Bye-bye.
I'm bouncing. Bye bye. Ta-ra.